So far in the last couple of days, we've been talking about how far is too far. But you may be thinking, what are some practical insights that can help us to prevent from going too far?
I like that. We have one last thought about this whole physical intimacy thing. It would be wrong for us to keep telling you to do this and not do that, but it actually not... It would be wrong for us, and I'm talking in slow-mo. It would be wrong for us to keep telling you, don't go too far, don't get too physically intimate, and not actually give you any strategies. So, 3 quick strategies to protect yourself, to stay away from the line, to stay away from the curb, and enjoy the beauty and the freedom of the relationship of the person that you are dating, the person that you're with.
Choose a time and a place where the temptation won't be there. When Kenny and I were dating in high school, there were never any times or places because we were in boarding school. Ever. Our first dates were Spanish class. Our second date was a blanket on front campus with faculty sitting 10 feet away.
I remember, you're gonna think this is the nerdiest thing in the whole wide world, but I don't care. My very first date with my wife back in high school when we started dating was on the front row of Pioneer Memorial Church in 1998 watching Pastor Dwight Nelson. I know that being on the front row at PMC, not a lot of temptation to get too physically intimate. Now I know it would be the dumbest thing in the world for every single date that you go on to be on the front row of church. That's lame. The point is, you can set yourself up for success. You can actually create intrinsic boundaries with that person depending on being in the right place at the right time. So in other words, late at night, hanging out in the car by yourself, probably an opportunity to get too intimate.
So if you need to place yourself in a situation, in a spot where the temptation won't be there, then do that. If you and your significant other are starting to get really close and you think that maybe that physical intimacy is starting to jump to the next level, maybe you should start going on some group dates instead. Maybe you should go on a double date with some of your friends. Putting yourself in situations where it's not possible is probably the best thought and the best place to be for you. 2.
I've had the same for the last several years being a youth pastor. If the sun in the sky doesn't touch it, then no one's sun should touch it. I'm just gonna let that sink in for a second because I've met some of you. You're slow. That's for the guys. Guys are slow. I'll say it again. On a basic sunny day, if the sun in the sky doesn't touch it, then no one's sun should touch it. I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
3.
There are certain things that I don't want my grandma to see. While you're thinking about if the sun in the sky doesn't touch it, then no one's sun should. While you're thinking about time and location, if for whatever reason those first 2 strategies don't really pop into your brain in that moment of passion and whatever, think about this.
Would she be okay with what you're doing?
Would I be comfortable if grandma was sitting here watching me? Which is really creepy and weird, but I think it's actually a strategy that may jump into your brain in those moments.
4. Please discuss it with your significant other. Talk to them about this. If you guys are serious about your relationship with Jesus and your relationship with your future spouse and the person you're dating, then you need to have conversations about this. Communication is a part of maturing. If you've gotten to this point where physical intimacy is a thing for you, we hope that you've taken the time to really get to know that person, taken the time to communicate with that person, and have mature adult conversations about how far is too far for you? How far is too far for your date? Have you asked them that? If not, I think you should have a serious discussion with your significant other.
Hopefully that's helpful. Some strategies some strategies for some boundaries to keep you and the person that you're dating safe.
Ultimately, Pastor Jason and I hope that you dance today and that you dance throughout the rest of your life.
Just okay.